But right into our left-hand side, this is our judiciary building. This is our court. There our judges and lawyers hang out. This is our state building to the left. This is where the unemployment checks come from. And then way over to our left, in 1876, that is when the church, the Ka'ahumanu Church, was built. It was built earlier in 1835, but it was located further in the back. Now, they took some of the rocks of the Heiau to build that church. Here's the Ka'ahumanu Church, the roses, hibiscus, guava, and the Bailey House to the left that was built in 1883. This was built for the Baileys, and that's because the missionaries were located mostly in Lahaina. So they had to build an area that was centrally located so that they do not have to travel all the way to Lahaina. So they built the Bailey House. But we have some orchids over here, some bird of paradise, how the leaves are called the trophy. The Empress Pine is what you see standing tall. Mock orange hedge is the useful backfill of your arrangement. The Chinese firecracker bush, bromeliads right here. And this is the yellow pagoda tree. So we have some impatient, more hibiscus. The aloe, some of you will call it the olivera. Very good to get birds. And the Hawaiian Christmas tree, the loafer vine. And look at the pineapple right up to the right. Right up to the right. See the pineapple, that's the smaller one. And this here to the right is known as the centipede flower. We have some jade plants. And there's the jade flower off to the right. That makes a beautiful lake. There's that jade. And then tea leaf.
Yeah, they have 400 inches of rain.
The Hawaiian words have
a year in this
the meanings. The Hawaiian words. Now as we come here into the valley here, our State Street, the Pupuina tree. Right here to the right-hand side. This is the Pupuina tree. Okay, some of you might know it as the candle nut. Now if you look up to your right-hand side, see the white blossoms off the right. It's known as the angel's trumpet, the Baladana. The Hawaiians call it the Nanahunua. This is known as the Samoan coconut.
Again, this is Island of Maui.
This is coffee. 1790. Kahikili was on the island of Oahu. Kahikili was the true ali of Maui, Molokai, Lanai, and Kaho'olawe.
Deep in this valley right now, deep in the valley.
And look at the white bird of paradise. You see it sticking right in the middle of the flag? Their outdoor oven up to the left-hand side. The oven was used to bake bread. A lot of the Portuguese in China. Here's coffee again to our left, and you can see some of the green coffee beans. When they begin to start turning red, and that is when they begin to harvest. Now there's something different. During that battle, a lot of the warriors fell into the streams. Thousands of warriors fell into the stream here. And because of that, it dammed the water up. And that is what Kepaniwai means, damming of the water. Now if you look up to our left plane, discovered by Captain Cook.
We're down in the very bottom of this thing.
Okay. The profile of our late President John F. Kennedy. If you look at it real good, it's going to be on our right-hand side, and closer to us will be two mountains that are coming down to meet in the valley. As soon as it comes together, it'll be forming a V. Right at the V, to the right-hand side, you'll see this protrusion. Right. If you look at it real good, for those who cannot see it, you look on the right side, there's a lot of black rocks. The left will be green. On the side that is a lot of black rocks, look right above it. You can see a pine tree by itself. See the pine tree? Now follow that pine tree to the left, right on that ridge. Follow it all the way until it breaks. As soon as it breaks down, you'll see some black rocks that are protruding. How are we doing, gang? Can you?
This was President Kennedy's profile. When he in this valley, in this deep valley, here in Maui.
Have you seen the roof? Oh, you want to lift the roof up?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, all you got to do is look a little bit. Watch.
Profile of that now. A better profile. And I want to get this picture made.
This is a natural formation made up of 6 formations of rocks. It took me 3 years to do it. 2 steps at a time and you can cut that in half.
To take you up to the top of that mountain right there. You're not going up the steps? There's 134 steps that leads up to that mountain to that little house that we see. Hi, Dean. Hi, Dean. You don't see nothing? I will. I got some in my pocket.
I heard him telling somebody that it
Hey, we're about, me and Dean's about going to this place right here.
light and rain.
Now coming out of the valley of
2
Leo.
hot entrees. One
We're
with roast
going
beef
to
chicken and the other
another
one with
place.
roast. And then way in the back, the Boston Missionary Home. But see that grass shack? Anybody went to goes, oh, he's not there anymore. L. Harris is ours there. Out of the 4 mayorship, 3 is run by women. Only on Ohio is a male. Off to the right-hand side, this is the Wailuku Union Church. Another one of our public schools coming up. This is the Wailuku Elementary. So rapidly, they begin to start going to alternate wood in the back. Now, after your parking area on the right-hand side, this is where you're going to come back to me. Right here to the right. Okay, this is where the bus is going to be parked. And for now, I'm going to be dropping you off where you can enter the tropical plantation. Look at large hibiscus here.
This is the tropical plantation where we're stopping off for lunch. Today is Friday. I tell along. This is where we're having lunch today. These are the hibiscuses this alongside. They're beautiful.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. Get a shot of what all these people in our group eat.
Did you want the big
platters coming down.
Unsweetened iced tea, please.
Iced tea for me too, side of it. I want you to take a look at the big platters that people from Alabama is eating at this luncheon here today. Beautiful. All these people from Alabama. Where's that doing? This is where, on the tent, where we just had lunch today over on Maui. This is the most beautiful place here you could ever imagine. We're fixing to take a tram ride, and I'll be around there to the tram in just a minute. I don't, there it is, right in there. I don't really know where we're going. There's so many things here to see, and it's so pretty. I'm just standing and making a circle around me to try to get all the beauty that's laid out here, as much of it as I can. So many pretty flowers, and all the surroundings are so beautiful around this building. The food was so good. I hope the picture that I've just taken of the food turns out to show you how pretty it was and how it was just as delicious as it was pretty. There's the mountains in there back of this background. The croton here is especially so pretty. Dean and I just love it. We want to pull up some of it and carry it home with us. This is really beautiful. Through that we get. So what this is now, this is a Maui tropical plantation where we just had luncheon. That's what we're fixing to tour. Are they pretty?
Have their wings been cut so they can't fly? Yeah, they're just a haircut.
If you look off to your left, you can see the semi-green patches through the haze there. Most of that greenery is all sugar cane. It is Hawaii's #1 commercial crop. Anthropologists believe that the Polynesians brought sugarcane to Hawaii over 1,000 years ago. The Hawaiians and other South Pacific people did not eat sugar as we do. They simply chewed on the sweet stalks. They all add underbrush within the fields. The irrigation lines are burnt as well. Amazingly though, the stalks do not burn, as they are made up of 75% water. The fire quickly burns out, allowing the sugarcane grabber and other giant machinery to gather up the remaining stalks, transporting them to Hawaii's largest sugar mill, the Pu'unene Mill, which is located just 5 miles from here. I thank God every day that's not my job. Bird of paradise, or lobster claws. Hawaii has over 22 different varieties of the heliconia. The banana family, therefore, requires lots of water. In America, some of the best sources are also used for labor. Luau leaf is the top of the taro plant, and when cooked, it looks and tastes exactly like spinach. Native to the Pacific Islands and is sometimes called the ostrich plumes. In Hawaii, it is called amapuhi. This plant is the flowering ginger, not the edible ginger. Their colorful blossoms bloom all year round, and depending on its care, they can reach heights of 10 feet. Like the heliconia, they do not have a long, with a smooth, transparent skin that ripens to a bright orange yellow. They are Malaysian trees, but originally came to us from China and India. These trees will average 20 feet high and take 3 years to produce their first fruit. There are usually 2 crops each year, its heaviest season being September through January. The starfruit does have a very pleasant...
See the coffee?
That's what it is.
Like peas.
This is coffee trees that I'm filming now.
And will usually do so all year round. There are 45 different species of the papaya growing throughout the world. Here on our plantation, we grow the especially bred Hawaiian solo papaya that is small, firm, and consistent in texture and flavor. To the right is our semi-solo papaya, also known as the strawberry papaya because of its rosy pink flesh on the inside. And to the left, it's solo papaya and the strawberry flower parts, thus making them self-pollinating. Our of vitamins A. It is the oldest and most popular fruit in the world. Most banana plants are native to the East Indies. Here on our plantation, we have over 1,000 banana plants in 2 main varieties. To the right is our Williams hybrid banana from the Cavendish family. These plants will average 12 feet high, producing large fruit in large bunches. These are the typical South American bananas that you buy back home. And to the left is simply because it is smaller in size and much sweeter in taste. These plants will average 18 feet high, producing smaller fruit in smaller bunches. I'd like to form a single file line along the left-hand side of the track. I'll be serving you some fresh pineapple. Mahalo.
In the pineapple fields, and the lady that's driving our tram, she's serving everybody big hunk of pineapple. And that's what she's doing. Not the pineapple field, but it's a what field? Banana. But this is a banana field, but she's serving pineapple.
In the show room. The reason for growing these grafted varieties is that they will bear a better quality avocado than the common seedling. Avocado trees begin to bear fruit with 4 to 8. It's 5 years for a mango tree to produce its first crop, and it will usually do so for the next 100. Will grow to coming up to the right. Here we have 2 acres of the Hayden, white piri, the shibata, the tomato. As a raw food, guava possesses iron, calcium, phosphorus, and 5 times more vitamin C than orange juice, making it a very popular competitor in the world juice market today. The Hawaiians call this fruit the ku'awa. Waikapu is one of 3 main valleys along the West Maui Mountains. Together they average over 400 inches of rainfall each year, supplying water to many Maui residents as well. I have been trying for some time now to get my wedding scheduled there. However, can't seem to find anyone to join me.
This bush is so pretty, just beautiful. We're now in Lahana. We stopped here. This is where we'll be going to our motel in a few minutes, and we stopped at a shopping place and to view it. This is a manning tree. It's the second largest manning tree in the world. The guide tells us that the largest one is in China. It's one tree, and it goes up. If you follow the thing, it goes up, and it goes up, and it goes up, and it goes up. And I'm coming on up to the top of it. It comes on up in the tree. It goes way up in the sky high. It comes back down into the root, and then it spreads out into the root. It goes out west. It goes way out, and it goes and goes and goes and goes. These things, and it just keeps running just as long. And then there's another part of it that goes on up in the middle. Huge. These things come down and sprout comes out from them, and they go back down and make another tree. This tree covers almost a half of park here, and it's the weirdest thing. It covers 3/4 of an acre, we're told. And we're going to the motel. We'll be going to the motel in about 30 minutes. We've stopped here just for some brief lookouts, and we'll get back on the bus and we'll go to the motel, and then we'll have the rest of the day free. I believe it's, what time is it now, Danny? It's about
Alabama time, 1:35.
It's Alabama time, it's 1:35, and Maui time, it's about 12 minutes after 2. So there's 5 hours difference in our time. We're having a good time. We've seen some of the most beautiful sights in the world, I think, today. We thoroughly enjoy it. We're just crazy about this place. It's
7 Alabama.
It's 5 after 7 right now in Alabama time, I believe. This tree was planted by William Owen Smith in 1873, I believe. How this tree comes out of the limb, comes out and makes 2 limbs. It goes down again and makes another tree, and it comes on out, and look at it. It goes down again, makes another tree, and it comes on out. One limb goes way up high, and then another one comes down over there, and they put a stump or something under it, and it goes way on out. They just keep running and running and running, and they go down and make more and more trees. It's all tall. I'm taking this picture for Steve. You ought to come to Maui. We just got to Madonna Beach Hotel this afternoon at 3:30 and checked in. It's about 8:30 Alabama time, and I'm standing on the balcony. We're on the 6th, Steve and I on the 6th floor, and I'm standing on the balcony, and I'm taking a view, going to take a view of the overlook where we're at. And this is the overlook going towards the ocean where we're at. I'm going around to get the ocean part. The ocean is right up there. And I'm right there in the balcony. And I'm going to come back around to the ground area. But I'm looking down, standing on the balcony of our motel. And coming around, all around, and I'm going right down and get a view of the ground floor from my balcony. Real pretty center up here. And this is a great view. What?
He's fixed our door.
He fixed it.
He just knew how.
How did he fix it?
He just pushed it up there and it's held, and he said it won't come open again.
It did.
Don't open it now.
No.
He's got it on.
Okay, I'm down at the beach. We'll see you tonight. Beautiful down here. I know she's staggering her. It's already on. Get the picture out here. Just in. You done hit the red dot?
Yeah.
Okay, get out there. Come down to the Whalers Village, and we think we're going, once they'll come down here, we think we're going to eat here at Chico's. There's those dollars all around here. Good, fellas. This is all our group, and we're going to eat here tonight. Saturday morning, again, I'm taking another view this morning from the balcony of the hotel that we're on. We're on 6th floor, and this place is so beautiful. It's so beautiful out there until I feel like I can't get enough pictures of it. And I come down and see all the tropical plants, the flowers. There's trolleys here. There's a trolley. They come along. They're free. You get on them and you go anywhere on this island around that you want to, and they bring you back. I believe they say they run about every 30 minutes. It's really, really, really beautiful here. It's also beautiful, but they're expensive. This is simply a tourist place. Everything here is very expensive, including the meals. You get a buffet breakfast for 10-something, I think, plus tip. But it's more food than you can eat when you order. This is our motel from the back. We're right up there, somewhere along that right there, up on 6th floor. This is where we're staying, from the back side of it. Real pretty down here, a lot of expensive shops. There's my umbrella laying right over there on that table. That goes out to the beach. Well, film. But wow, we had a time last night at that luau. That was something to talk about for a lifetime. The island that we're going to is pronounced Kauai. We're on Maui now, and yesterday Dean and I stayed around the motel and we rested a lot. And we got up before a wake-up call. We have a wake-up call every morning, but we set our alarm and get up earlier so we have plenty of time to get ready. Right, this is our group here. We're all lined up and we're getting ready to get on the boat to take the river cruise that we're going to take. All this is our group. See, there's quite a few tourist buses here getting ready to take this cruise. The boat that I believe we'll be getting on is pulling in now, and we'll be getting on this boat in a few minutes. And again, this is on the island of Kauai. This is Sunday morning. We just pulled out the boat dock.
Once again, Mountain Unknown is speaking. It's called 580. It will make excellent, strong roads. Now, the unique thing about this hollow tree is in the morning, the house was usually the darkest house in the movie. It's only a man called Mel Ventura. He's a land developer from California. Come back 10 or 15 years from now, you won't see any high-risers or condominiums that might be moved out of this valley area. National meeting spot. Because when you go up there, you're Russian, you're in there, you're European, and you come out, you're Finnish.
This is the quarter that we have come to see.
Have a seat to your left.
We're climbing, huh? Oh, we can sit up there.
Okay. You're going to give us a nice little explanation on this, what you're going. Okay.
You can just find the seat off to the left. I'm going to tell you about the area first.
Fantastic.
Just get around for a little while. Can you say that? That's why we call it the Fern Grotto. Mamakua Lono in translation means the chewing god, Lono. He was the god of agriculture, one of their 4 major gods. They would take the best of their crops into the grotto, sacrifice it to their god, Lono, in hopes of producing a better crop the next year. The only type of ceremonies we hold in the grotto nowadays are human sacrifices. You call them weddings. We hold from about 7 to 14 weddings per week. We're approaching our 10,000th wedding this year. First lady to get married in the grotto was a movie actress by the name of Lola Albright from a Peter Gunn series. She got married in 1963. Since then, as I told you, we've had about 10,000 weddings in the grotto. Ferns hanging down alongside the cave, very common fern. You might know it as the Boston sword fern. We call it the A'i fern, spelling A''E. Water coming down from the top of the grotto comes from a public restroom about 1.5 miles inland. It comes from a natural spring about 1.5 miles inland.
I'll get a fire.
We're now getting back on the boat. This Kauai is the oldest, the prettiest, and the wettest of all the Hawaiian islands. We're boarding the boat now and getting back on, and my tape is just about to run out. It's blinking.
Buddy, you got a good seat.
Before, we're going to the south side of the island right now. We'll be making a stop for about 20 minutes. And to get the timing to take a picture, what you do is you watch how large the waves are. The larger the waves that come crashing into shore, the larger the spout's going to be. Coming off to the right, this is our Kauai Community College. This is a 2-year college. Again, the name Wilcox comes into play here. The land that the college sits on was donated by the Wilcox family. And then we have some coffee that's grown, some macadamia nuts, papayas, and guavas. Kauai has the largest guava plantation in the world, situated in the town of Kilauea. It's actually diverse of all of the guavas that are harvested there, like 30 sugar plantations. Now Now in the whole state of Hawaii, there's only 8 left. 5 of them are right here on Kauai. Now it's harvested once every 2 years. You can see some of the pieces of machinery off the right of the bus that are used in these harvesting methods. The large crane there. Recently they've been going into backhoe for loading the sugar cane. And you'll see large dozers all over the fields with large push rakes on them. Now the process for harvesting sugar, your new sugar cane. Now 24 hours, right around the clock for about 6 days a week, the sugar cane is harvested. Now I know back in the mainland states, they practice the crop rotation method. Not here. Here, the land is like this one here on the left on the hillside. This is going to be the new. Now, just before harvesting will take place, they have special people that go in the field and test the sugar cane to see if it's mature. Here's shades of the sugar. The brown ones are going to be harvested very shortly. And they'll shut off the water, causing the leaves to dry up. And this kind of enhances the sugar quality by burning these leaves. The fire would not last very long. It's a very short fire, 10-15 minutes. Off to the right side, because of the large gust of wind that comes off the mountain there on the left. But Mother Nature decided to bless us with this, the tree tunnel. These are the IRS trees that you see planted, otherwise known as eucalyptus. Now, nowhere else in the world are you going to find a setup like this. See this 2-story building on the left? There's a pharmacy in the bottom. The doctors are upstairs, and if you don't make either of them, just go next door. Hawaii. And here we have the. There's still a few in the area. You can frequently see them breaching out of the water at certain periods, but this is an area where they like to hang out. Well, maybe if we're lucky we get to see 1 or 2 of them. But right now what you can see is some surfers off to the right. This is a pretty popular local beach for surfing. There you can see the color of our beaches is changing. It's almost like a black sand beach now.
This is coffee bean.
You might be wondering what these tanks off the right side of the bus are for. This is a drip irrigation system. This is the pressure feeders. This is where all the water is forced into these feeder pipes in the fields. And also they can add their liquid fertilizer at the same time. I said this is a fairly new crop, this coffee is, that we're passing through once again. Maybe in the next few years, 2 to 5 years.
So beautiful. Good morning. This is Tuesday. We're on the island of Kauai this morning. Kuwait, and this is the Beach Boy Motel. This is where we're staying. Today will be a free day for us to do what we please, and also tomorrow. And we'll be leaving here Wednesday. Dean and I have just had breakfast right back in that area, and we're fixing to go into a shopping center just across the street. For Dean to get some checks cashed. It's real pretty here, and we have ready to tour, several of us. They'll be picking us up at 1:30 this afternoon, and we'll go into the northern part of the island. Now, we didn't go to that part of the island yesterday on our tour, and we're going to the northern part of the island this afternoon. We rented this tour for $27.13 each, but we figured it'd be worth it to us because we probably won't be back here probably in our lifetimes anymore, and we want to see all the islands. Again, this island is called the Garden Isles. It's like a garden. It's beautiful. The beach is right behind this motel here, and it's a big motel, has a lot of sections all in the back there, and it's just real pretty here. It's just real gorgeous, and we're having a great time. 2 van loads have just left. They rented vans. They paid $90 a piece for the vans, and they're going on their own today to see some of the sections that we didn't see yesterday. We got in here last night. Everybody was real tired, and as soon as everybody could, we got right straight to bed. The food is wonderful here. They serve buffet, and it's real good. Shopping center in front of the motel, looking towards the mountains. Real pretty here. Real pretty. All right, this is our motel right there. It's right out back of the restaurant part. That's the ocean. We've got the restaurant, and this is coming up to the front of the restaurant and motel lobby. Here, this is the back. It's part of the back view. I'll be getting more back here in a few minutes. Filmed that wrong just now. We're in the canoe wing, and this is the canoe wing that I'm showing right here. That's the beach out there, and Elm and Airy. And this is the other part of the motel we're in. You can see there's the lobby of the motel back that way. This is a tennis court right here. It's real pretty. Real pretty. There goes Dean, sitting on the back porch, the patio of the motel that we're in. I'm sitting down right at the door. I'm sitting out here smoking. There's a beach out there. And we know, I wanted to tell you something. If you was here, I'd get you to climb up these coconut trees right out there and get me some of them coconuts. I want to see if I can get a clear up shot of that. See if I can get a clear up shot of that so you can see them coconuts up there. I bet you climb up there and get me one of them coconuts if you were here with me. I know you would. Look at them coconut trees is all out there, they're just full of coconuts. There's the beach right out there. Isn't that pretty? That's so pretty. So pretty out here. It's just gorgeous. Several units to this motel. See this sign? This is why I'm not going in that beach water. Motel, where you just see where Dean made a picture of me standing out here. The water's real rough. It's about 11 o'clock on Tuesday morning, and we just read the warning sign. They warn you about going in this beach. There's under a lot of undertow. The surf will get a lot higher out here this afternoon. It's calm now, so I've decided what it will be this afternoon. The waves get real big and high this afternoon. It's real pretty out here. It's just real pretty. It's gorgeous. I'm going to come on around and get Dean. He's been back up there towards motel. That motel. There Dean is, standing up there. And it's just so gorgeous down here. There's a couple out there. And it's a man, rather. I'm scared to go in it. I can't stand up in this thing while I'm jumping around. The motel where we had just picked up some of the passengers that's going on this special northern tour with us. It's beautiful out here. Look at all the palm trees out there. It's so beautiful. All these motels are just
how y'all doing?
Special.
Good. Good. First of all, y'all know that. This area here is called Kia-Liv. Say that.
Kia-Liv.
I'll be talking Hawaiian by the end of the day. Must have got my sunglasses on the wrong way. No, that's fuchsia. Between purple and very good class. These flowers you see growing on the trees here on the right, these white ones, coming up. Plumeria. That's the one they make the lays out of. Plumeria. Otherwise known as plantain. This area here is all Hawaiian homestead land, so you have to be at least half Hawaiian to live in. Y'all look to the left at the mountain. Okay. Y'all see the pointed peak?
Yep. Yeah.
Pointed peak here, doesn't it look like King Kong flying, facing where we just came from?
Yeah.
Yeah. You look at him real good. His bottom lip sticking out, tucked nose and everything.
Yeah.
Right in front of King Kong, sniffing at his belly button, is a turtle, a Hawaiian turtle, of course. Small head, big shell. Some of you don't see it. How many of you see it? Y'all see King Kong?
Yeah.
If you didn't see it, you wouldn't tell me you didn't see it anyway.
King Kong.
Turtle,
That's King Kong.
Right in front of the big shell.
That's King Kong.
Right in front of King Kong, sniffing at his belly button.
Yeah.
Right behind King Kong, looking at his rear end, is the hippopotamus. Nose, eye, little ear on top.
Yeah.
Short body.
Yeah. Uh-oh. I'm sorry. I wasn't even conscious. I was leaning back on you.
Vitamin P. Cowbirds, cattle egrets. That's what we call them. Cattle egrets.
It's called Killer Whale.
Got farmers on the bus out there.
Plantation.
How many of you when you first got here, you found that most of the local people are friendly?
Yes.
We call it aloha spirit.
Everybody's friendly.
Aloha spirit. What we try to do is spread it off to you folks. Hopefully you guys take it back home with you. We're going to be having war.
That's right.
Hey, you folks live, who lives in New York now? I'm not cutting down New York or anything like this. Well, I used to be a New York cab driver.
Yeah, I got that.
Guava tree.
Guava trees. Guava trees.
Guava.
Guava
Is
trees.
that an annual crop?
These people are going to... 8-minute video will give you all this.
The place we stopped at on this northern tour today. Real pretty. There's the van that we're on, taking this northern tour. This is on Tuesday. This is some more of the scenery from where we stopped at on this tour. There's a nature walk out there. A lot of tourists coming in here on this walk. Guava trees out there. It is very delicious. Real good. This is the tour guide.
Like these ones coming up here on the right side, you can't even see them. There's one reason why we call it the garden.
It's going to be coming off the mountain where we went up to see the lighthouse. The tour guide is kind enough to take the video for me up there.
Green outhouse over there. The young woman visiting. I was like, oh damn, I'm gonna have fun. I did that on April 1st and get ready now. I'll go as slow as I can. Right. Start looking now. Right. Luckily there were no Norfolk Island. We're going to stop here on the way back. Now we got a couple of them.
But you don't have a train.
N-A-L-I-E Valley.
Remember when they were... Too bad they didn't have that back then. If you look... If you look to the right, the largest one is Waialua
River.
If you remember, if you want to see it, you know.
Hana Lake.
Hana Lake.
Hana Lake.
You know, like the flowers you put on your neck with the lake. Hana Lake. Did you park under your helmet by accident?
That's like the South Carolina.
The river ride?
Beautiful house. Beautiful house.
That way the water won't get like
A lot of nice houses like these ones on the right.
There's a hotel. $225 a night opposed to stay over there. Cheapest hotel. Cheapest room, $225 a night.
We have a Western.
Isn't that something? Wow. Look at those gorgeous trees.
Each bathroom in that hotel.
This is the lookout over Lahomahi Beach. lookout. Fantastic.
Make it easier for you. Take one at a time here.
Look at the color of the water.
Look how blue that water is.
Yes.
We have companies over there. Right, Chloe?
Boy, that's pretty.
Let you all over there on the way back and get the wet feed and the dry feed. How far I am from the blue car?
Those waves are huge out there.
How am I doing? Good.
We've come up here to the end of a road for a lookout over the beach. Those are big waves up there. I'm going to try to bring them. I'm going to try to bring a close-up of them. It is rough out there. So glad that I came on this tour today. It's extra. I don't know if I had seen more than I saw yesterday. This guy is real nice. He's just showing us everything, pointing out everything that there is important to see. It's so fantastic. See, now there's warning signs everywhere. Not to get near that water. There's Dee coming up. I think she's tried it out down there. Bottom of the mountain right there. Oh, just that beach there. I'm going to carry the camera up that mountain. Show you how high it is. How high this mountain is. Way on up. I've got this camera almost right straight up. Viewing that mountain. How about that? We stopped to see this wet cave. Well, look at the going around the mouth of it.
Yes, with the baby. I'm going to walk down that like a ski
He says people have tried to explore this cave. Nobody knows how far it goes. They went in, and 5 people, they went in there and tried to explore it, and they never came out alive. This is fantastic. This is further on into the mouth of the cave. I'm going to try to bring it up close to see it. The sky down there, that's one about the sky on my bus. He's taking video too. He and his wife are from California. They're nice. This is the upper outside of the cave. Goes way up the mountain. I'm going to go up this mountain with this camera. Show you how high it is. This camera is almost like this mountain is so high. So high up there. Over this cave. All the wet cave. Our next stop, I understand, is going to stop at the dry cave. Okay, this is the dry cave. Okay. It's dark in there. There's some people way in there. It's dark. I don't know how deep it goes in there. I see some people way down there. I'm not going to walk in there. Again, it's located in the side of this big, tall mountain. I'm going to go up this mountain with this camera. Go all the way up, see how tall it is. This camera is pointed almost completely right there. And coming back down with the camera. I want the manicure. It's very, very nice. I'm going to turn this over to the guide. I want to tell you something about it.
I was going to tell you, go inside and take a picture out.
All right, okay. The guide did talk me into going inside this cave and taking a picture from inside of it going out. I don't know how good this is going to turn out, but I'm about halfway, way back in here from the inside of it going out. I'm going to go up and take a picture of the end of it. This says it's made from lava tube. Look at some of the walls of it. I'm going to see if I can go back to the back and get it. There's some people way back in the back of it, back there. Way back out there. I don't know how far it goes. We come just across the street from the dry cave where we were looking and making pictures to a beautiful lookout over the beach. It's a place where a lot of people are stopping. A lot of tourists are stopping to view. It's a beautiful, beautiful beach here. And the water's real pretty. And I'm getting some films of the beach here. It's real pretty out here. People here are taking pictures of tourists. This is a tourist stop. So pretty. I could never describe the scenery that I've seen today. It's the most fantastic scenery that I've ever seen. I really wouldn't take anything for coming on this tour. It's on. If you want to, I'll let you get my picture out here. All you do is just look through there. That's all I do. And find me out here.
And what do I do?
Nothing. Just look through. You see me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, do I press this button?
No, you don't press anything.
I don't?
No. Just get it. And I'll press it. I very seldom get my own picture to stop it.
Oh, you can do that.
Our next stop is the K-A-L-A-L-A-U lookout. This is our last stop. This is the Honolulu Valley lookout. This is our our last stop before we go back into the motel. This has been a fantastic tour. We've just seen the ambulances go by the fire trucks, and our tour guide says that's because somebody has drowned at one of those lookouts that we're just places where people have been swimming, where we have just filmed and come through. It's real sad that people get out in that rough water and take chances. It's so pretty. I wouldn't get out there for nothing. Isn't this pretty? This little one just about stepping beyond this guardrail. Deep down there beyond this guardrail. In the valley. Very pretty. Fantastic. A married couple that's on the tour with them. They're married 2 weeks.
Always bring back.
This is Tuesday evening, May the 19th. It's 6:15. Our tour bus right here has picked us up at our motel and brought us down to the beautiful Coconut Palm Resort, which you see it right here. We have a free luncheon, free dinner here tonight, and we will attend a torch burning ceremony. I'm going on down. It's so beautiful out here. This is so pretty out here. There our bus is backing away. All these palm trees out here, and the rest of them have already gone on in the building here. And I better get in there too.
Did you just have to give up on it?
This is what our lunch is tonight. Go ahead.
How many more would you need?
I'm standing in the dining room where we're fixing to be served dinner. And beautiful Coconut Palm Resort. This is our people. That's it.
have some type of
Should it be there or up downstairs?
God created the blue Pacific Ocean, created the moon and stars in the sky. He created the heavens, the earth, and the people. Then God said, let there be Hawaii. Let there be Hawaii. And let there be Kauai. It has everything and more than you've ever seen before. There's no place like Hawaii. There's a saying, oh, but very true. When you leave, Kauai goes with you. Oh, what beauty you will see, and what hospitality, for there's no... Oh, my name is Larry Rivera. A good old Hawaiian name. I'll hold you close, we'll kiss again on Kauai, my island of love. Kauai is love, Kauai is magic, Kauai, my island.
Ceremony that we've been invited to here and enjoyed at the beautiful Palm Resort Hotel. And I've filmed a few things tonight. without good lighting. But I wanted a picture of it the best I could to remember. This will be the last of my Hawaiian film that I've made here on these islands. And I hope my friends will enjoy them and they will enjoy them back home. Just a fraction as much as I have.
Down in Ola-Yepe, oh, we're going to Hukilau. Hukilau. Everybody loves the Hukilau. The Laura with the cow and the flower. We throw a net out into the sea. All the amma. Take it, everybody. Thank you very much for volunteering. We have here lovely